Claire from card.The. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up in the UK. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you giving up some of your craft time to come and see what I've been up to. This week's craft along video is this very unassuming card, but inside there's a bit of a wow. Not one circle pop up, but 3. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And it folds flat for posting. You know me, if you watch my videos before, I like to be able to fold them flat and put them away. I also like cards with a wow on the inside, but also cards that the recipient doesn't have to figure out how to put it together. So this is a really lovely make. They literally just open it. And there it is, it's done. Stands really nicely, it's a really strong card. That was my second version actually. So my first version, I wanted to do it this way round. I don't know how you go about your crafting, but I like to do a paper template to start with. And that's what I did, and I thought, oh, this looks really nice. I do love it, like it. Is that a really bad thing to say? I like it, I don't love it. I think it's too roomy here, and I needed bigger bands across it. So yeah, on my remake, I'm going to make it the strips even wider. The only thing is with that, once you've done these pop-up bits wider, your circle needs to be wider to take up the area that it's on. And if your circle gets wider, the card needs to be fatter, and yeah, I'm not loving it. So we have gone to make number 2. Nice big circles inside of this one, and it just opens up and it is job done. So there you go, how I got to this crafty make. So what papers did I use? I have used some of the new Stampin' Up papers on the aeroplane one, and they're the ones we're going to be doing today. So if you're lucky enough to have a catalogue, page 37, beautiful papers on there, loads of ideas and inspiration for you. If you're in the UK and you haven't got a local demonstrator, just get in touch and I can send you a link to the online catalogue, or I can pop one in the post to you. For this, so that was that card with the Take to the Sky set, and then the second one was these beautiful papers, which are on page 47, and they're the Thoughtful Journey papers. So if you just look down there, it's every paper is 2-sided, so they've got a nice scene on one side, and then the background is like a water colour effect, and that's what I did on these. I used the back for the background and then just die cut the circles from one of the scenes, and that's how I did that. On the previous card actually, the aeroplane one, I did use some of the Thoughtful Journey paper on the inside, just because Stampin' Up are really good at coordination. If you're struggling with your crafting and you just don't know why it's not coming together, have a look at the products you're using and whether they are coordinated. So with Stampin' Up, they do paper that's the same colour as the ribbon, that's the same colour as the inks, that are the same colour as the embellishments. And what's really handy is on the paper, it's always got a list of what colours are in it. So it's just job done. Takes away a lot of the stress. So you can purchase those goodies through me. Like I said, if you're in the UK, at card.The.co.uk, and have a little look at my website and my online shop. I would really appreciate that. So the paper we're using today, it's the aeroplane one again, Take to the Skies. I've used half of a pack already, so I'll just quickly show you these. Lovely vintage biplanes there, some nice background colours with the smoky slate and the navy blue. There's also this really handy panel in there that you can just chop up with the tags or just background pieces and just use them without doing anything else. They're 2-sided, so let me turn them over so that you can see very quickly. Greens, there's a map, there's another bit there, some nice clouds going on, all sorts of things. And like I said, in the pack, on the card that comes with it, it's got a whole list of the colours that coordinate. So it's really, really simple for you to do. I also use the Take to the Skies stamp set for my sentiments. So there, and in the inside, and some of the clouds and the aeroplane from the die set, which is rather snazzy. Look, there's a whole biplane there to make some nice clouds and scenery, and then some of these dies, the two smaller aeroplane ones that really don't look anything there, they're just outlines. They will die cut the paper, or the stamp set. So where did I put the stamp set? Bring that back again. So the aeroplanes are the same size as the stamps, so that's really, really handy. Love how Stampin'Up do that. Let's get on with the make, shall we? I'm going to leave that there. That is going to give you the sizes that you need. Just want a basic base card. This would be really easy for you to do wherever you are in the world. I'm in the UK, so I'm using UK sizes. I'm doing it in centimetres because that seems to be the general thing all over, that everyone can work with centimetres. I can equally work with inches, but for this card I've just gone with just the centimetres. So if you just screenshot that, and then you can come back to it whenever you want. Didn't know what to call it. Triple pop-up card, because it's got 3 circles on the inside. If you can think of a better name, I'd love to hear from you. So what do we need? We need a bit of base card. So I've got a piece of white card. I'm going to stick to white because I just feel like you can see it better when you're watching the videos. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I love hearing from you. Loads of people have been sending me their crafty makes at my creativetheottaway@gmail.com, which is so inspiring. Thank you. Card. Basic card needs to be 21 centimetres by 14.9. So 21 centimetres, should we do that bit first? So I'm going to pull the arm out on my paper trimmer from Stampin'Up. 21 centimetres. And it's got a cutter and a trimmer, and I'm just going to make sure that I am cutting. There's quite a wodge off of my card there, but I will use that for my circles later. 21 by 14.9, so it's almost 15. Oh, that's about right actually. Woo! Happy days. Okay, so I've got base card that's 21 centimetres by 14.9, and on the longer side I'm going to score it in half so that I can fold my card, and that is going to be 10.5 centimetres. So get that cutting blade right out the way and just do it at 10.5, and that is my base card done, just like that. How easy is that? Okay, let's bring that back. Now the easiest thing to do is to decorate the inside before you do all these panels, so let's do that together. Probably the front as well. So I've already cut my paper out so that you don't have to listen to me waffle for ages. I've gone through the papers, looked at what colours I like, what's going to stand out on my card on the front and on the inside, and I've gone for this on the front because I want to hint at the fact that it's an aeroplane card. The other side is the blue. Equally as nice, really stands out as well. So it's really hard to choose with Stampin'Up because both sides are always really lovely. But I like the aeroplanes on that, so that's going to be on my front side. I have, what did I do? On these ones I layered it, so I did a layer of card before I did the designer series paper. I'm not going to do that on this one, just for quickness for you watching, but the size that you need is 4 inches. Oh, I should have done that in centimetres as well. Let me work that out for you. So it is 10.2 centimetres by 5 3/4, which is 14.6 centimetres. So 14.6 by 10.2 centimetres. and that is just going to go straight on the front of my card. So actually I'm just going to go ahead and glue that. Where's my glue? If I was going to put a colour on the back of this card, I think I would use a smoky slate so that it ties in with the grey that's on the inside. But I didn't bring it through, so I'm just going to stick the glue on. Now, if top tips along the way when you watch my crafty videos, if you put the designer series paper down and bring the glue to it, you end up using less glue. What does that mean? Well, sometimes when I'm doing my crafting, I hold the paper up and I'm trying to put the glue on all over the place, and the glue spurts out, and I use much more glue than I actually need to. So if you keep it flat and just wiggle your Tombow glue all over it, you'll get a nice spreading of glue. This is the front of my card, so I'm just going to line that up like so. Just leave a white border all the way around, and that is that done. That looks nice already, doesn't it? This is such a beautiful paper. Really love this paper. Just the browns and the navies together really go well. So we're going to turn our attention to the inside. Exactly the same sizes. We're going to put one that side and one this side. Okay. No right or wrong way round. Not sure. Let's have a look. Is there an upside down? No, I don't think there is. So we're going to put that there, all like that. Why am I hesitating? Because I'm not sure if I should match up the map or deliberately not match it. And there's lines of longitude, so should I match those up? I think I'm going to put them in the middle because they're going to be hidden anyway. So that answers that. Look, can you see on the other side is the tags I've cut. Always difficult when you're putting glue on the other side because you just think, oh, should I use that side? Oh, I really like that. That would have made a really nice card as well. So, top tip, don't buy one pack, buy two. One to just stroke and one to keep and create with. Okay, so that is that side. Really simple card this, but so effective. There's the other tags. Look, that's a really nice one there. Oh dear. So I'm not sure if my card is going to be for Father's Day, for a birthday. Could be a retirement card as well. I really like spreading joy with handmade cards. It could just be a thank you card. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. We can decide that as we go along. So that is that side. Quite often when I'm creating, I will make the card and not put the sentiments on, and then just have a little box full of made cards that just need the sentiments. So that's it. That's your inside of your card. Now we come to the pop-up sections. So if we put these out the way for a minute, you need 3 pieces of card, okay? And I'll go for it really slowly with you. They're just 2 centimetre strips. So if you cut 3 2-centimetre strips, and then we can go from there. I'm using quite a thick, I'm actually using Stampin'Up extra thick card so that it's nice and strong. But you can use any card. Coloured card would look really nice. Also on the inside of mine, I did cover them with the designer series paper as well. I'm not going to do that on this one. I'll explain why as we go along. So the first size you need, sorry, is 15 centimetres. So 15 centimetres, which that luckily is, by 2 centimetres. So 15 by 2 is the first piece. And then you're going to score on the longer side at both ends. You're going to score at 1 centimetre and then at 3.5. Now I find it easier to put my card along this bit because I can hold on to this, and as it's only a couple of small score lines, I can use this side of my trimmer. Okay, so the first one is 1 centimetre. Make sure your cutting blade is well out of the way. So 1 centimetre and then 3.5 centimetres. 3.5 centimetres. So I've now got that there, okay? So I'm going to flip it round and I'm going to do the other side exactly the same. 1 centimetre and 3.5 centimetres. Okay, and then that now has given me that shape. Okay, so that's my first one. The next one is going to be 14 centimetres. So I'm just going to cut that extra little bit off. Okay, so this is 14 centimetres now. And I'm going to do the same. It's 14 centimetres by 2 centimetres. And I'm going to score it on both ends. But this time they're 1 centimetre and 3 centimetres. Get that cutting blade out the way. 1 centimetre, 3 centimetres. Okay, and then when I'm happy that that is right, I'm going to spin it round and do it the other side. 1 centimetre and 3 centimetres. So this looks a really complicated card, but it really isn't. And just think when you give it to somebody what a wow they will have with it. So that's the second one. So I've got 2 now. Now the third one is 13 centimetres. Okay. Now why am I doing different sizes? So the different sizes is because you want different heights for your circle, okay? It will all become clear, I hope. So 13 by 2 centimetres, and this time it's 1 centimetre, get that cutter out the way, by 2.5, or 1 and 2.5, not by. So 13 centimetres by 2 centimetres to start with, and then on the longer side you're going to score it at 1 centimetre and 2.5. Both ends, remember? 1 centimetre and 2.5. Okay, let's move those out of the way, and then we can talk about our pop-up panels. So I've got 1 panel, 2 panels and 3 panels, and what happens is they gradually are wider. This piece in the middle is always the same, okay, always the same, like that. It's the depth of your pop-up that changes. Now that's important because if you're in the US or somewhere else in the world and you have a slightly different size card, you need to know how to adjust it. There's no point watching a craft along with me if I don't explain how you can make it your own. So we've got those 3 panels. What we're going to do is bring in our card and we're going to put these inside the card. Now we need the piece with the widest panel, widest pop-up first. So the piece that is 15 centimetres by 2 centimetres is the bit that we want. We are going to fold one side over and we're going to put some glue on that tab, and then we're going to line it up here. So where the crease of your card is, the first crease on your pop-up is going to line up with that, okay? But you're going to put the glue on the whole thing. Just make sure that you've burnished it or folded it over so the paper has a memory of where you want it to be. On my first 2 cards, like I said, I put paper on the panels. Now, I'm not going to do that on this one because the circles inside are going to be clouds. So I don't want to distract my eye from the clouds, so I'm just leaving it white. Okay. Also, where you're going to put it is in the middle of your card. Okay, so you can measure it if you want. I tend not to. It's handmade. I like the fact that each one is unique. So I've just put the glue on the whole thing. I'm looking roughly where the middle is. I make sure that that is lined on, like so, and I just hold it in place. So I'm just going to bring that bit up to make sure that that's in the right place, and that bit over, and I'm just going to fiddle about with it a bit to make sure that everything is where I want it to be, okay? Because that's the bit that's going to pop up. So you can see, if I move those out of the way, that it sticks out the side. Now I'm going to fold that over, and it should just fit in your card, okay? This is the widest, the deepest pop-up, but it just fits in. So how do I stick this side down without doing anything else? That's exactly the same as what we've just done. So I'm putting the glue on this, okay, on both of those tabs, but this time I am bringing this over to here. So I folded the back over rather than the front. I'm just holding it in place, just having a look, making sure my card is flat, chatting away to you about the weather while I just give it a chance to glue, okay? And then if I open that out, now I don't want to do it too soon because I want the glue to thing. Oh, actually, I've done that wrong. You don't put glue on the whole thing. Oh my goodness. You just put it on the little tab. Look at that. How am I going to fix that? Right, let's do that now. We can do this. Because the glue is still wet, I should be able to peel that off. Okay. I'm not panicking, honestly. I can put an embellishment on there. I'll figure it out. I'll put a cloud. Okay. So don't put glue on the whole thing. Okay, just put it on the little tab. I'll show you on the next one. That's not great, is it? Okay, let's just leave that while the glue dries. So that's your first tab. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, you've got two more tabs. One, or the next deepest, is the 3 centimetre width on here. Okay, this whole thing here. So this one is 14 centimetres by 2 centimetres. Let's do exactly the same. So this side we put glue on both pieces of the tab. Okay, but we also make sure that the paper knows where it's folding. Now, the other thing that we need to do is work out your circles. So I've already die cut 3 big circles. They are from this set, which is the Stylish Shape set, and they are the biggest ones in there, okay? So they're available from Stampin'Up as well, through me or through your local demonstrator. And it's a really good set because you get so many layers, and I've used the biggest one, okay? I've die cut 3 of those. I know that that's going to fit exactly across. So when I go to place this one, my next circle, it needs to be sort of there. So I'm going to do it down about 2 centimetres, half an inch, something like that. So about there. And again, I'm making sure that it is on that crease. The card is happy to open and close. And that is that bit. Okay, so that's my second thing. Now, let's get it right this time. Should we do it together slowly? So we don't put glue on that bit, but we do put glue on this little bit here. Okay, so that gets folded under, like so. And then you don't end up with a torn back piece of paper. Okay, so that is the second one. Okay, just like that. Then you repeat it for the third. So we do the same bit at the top, put glue on both pieces. I'm going to go up about the same width So probably about there. Make sure that I'm happy with that. Make sure it's stuck in place, just like that. Okay, bring that over, and then just the end tab, I'm going to put some glue on. Just like that. Fold it over. And that should be our 3 pop-up tabs done. Okay, so can you see how they stagger? There's one that's really wide, and then the next size, and then the lower one. Okay, so they are ready for our circles to be put on. Okay, so there's that bit. Let's move these out the way again. So the circles, I've got 3 die cuts that are big, the big layered circle, just like that. Now I could just die cut the clouds on top and just fill the whole thing, but I actually like having a nice white border around. So what I've done is use one of my layering circles that they're actually retired from Stampin' Up, but if you're a crafter, you're going to have circles laying around. Whether they're dies or punches, you just need to find a size that will fit inside your circle. And then I've die cut the clouds to go in those. Now the clouds, they don't need to matter sort of which part of the clouds you're die cutting. If that makes sense, you're just die cutting and there's going to be some clouds. Whereas on this one, when I die cut, I made sure that I could see what was going to be the picture that was shown. So I deliberately did this one that was more down the bottom of the paper that was green, if I bring that paper in. So I did that one for down the bottom because it was all green. The next one I did there, and the next one I did there, so that there was blue sky. So there was a bit of blue on this one, and this one was a lot of blue. The only thing was when I put it together, I wanted to be able to see that there was a different colour underneath. So I just twisted it round a bit. It still looks like the sky, so from the ground upwards, but I've just done it so you can see a bit of the purple flower as well. So getting back to the clouds, that's what I put on that one. This one, like I said, I didn't have to be careful about where I was die cutting. I just knew that I just wanted some clouds. That one is going to go on there. Oh, it's a hare. It's the only trouble having animals, isn't it? Got 2 beautiful ginger cats. That actually, I don't know where they are today. Usually, as soon as I video, they are here. Okay, that's going to go on there. Just like so. And I'm just putting that, and can you see it's like a white border around my card. Now, I'm going to have a look through my clouds, 3 circles. I'm going to pick my favourite. Now, how do you pick a favourite? But it's the one that's going to be shown the most. Okay, so actually, this has probably got the most clouds on it. So that is going to be my one there. This is going to be the one at the top because it's got a piece of cloud there. Let's have a look. Like so. Although again, you could turn it sideways. And this one has got a cloud down the bottom, like that. Okay. So I'm going to stick the lowest one first, which is this one. Okay. So I'm going to open that out. So the card is flat. Now my circles exactly fit across this band. So I know, oh, there's a cloud there, that wherever I put the glue, it's going to be covered by my circle. So I can just put some glue all over that and I tuck it in, but also I make sure that it isn't over the top of my card, because what I don't want to do is close my card and be able to see it. Okay, so I'm just making sure that that is in the right place. Then I do the next one, which is this one, the next highest. And again, the same, I can put some glue all over this area because I know it's going to be covered by my circle. I just tuck that in I just make sure that it's on top of the other one, just so it layers really nicely. I might actually put it down a bit more because there's quite a big area there to cover at the bottom of the card. And then finally it's this one, which is the pattern I liked the best, and that is just going to go over there, and that is my third one. And you can fiddle around, move them about a bit, depends what size circle you're using. Okay, we'll ignore the elephant in the room, that is the torn paper there. I'll figure out what to do with that. Okay, so there is our card. Ta-da! Look at that. It's not bad, is it? So I have got a few pieces, like some clouds from the die cut set that I will add in. And I also fussy cut some of the paper, which may well help me cover up this mistake. So I've got a really lovely big biplane there. I think it's just going to go in the middle. I don't know if I will have another one. I might just have one and just put some clouds. I think I will just have one. I'm going to put a happy birthday on it again, like I did with this one. So just there across. So I'm going to die cut that from the set. I think there'll be a cloud there, and I'm not sure about any other aeroplanes. Put a cloud there, and maybe one here, or maybe one here. Let's have a look. Okay, so sentiments to go on. I need to sort out this paper. What am I thinking? How am I going to do that? I think I am just going to cut another piece of card and just lay it on top of there. And then I'm going to try and do something similar with this. I might actually do a new strip down the whole side to cover that up, because it's only me and all of you lovely people watching that know that I made a mistake. Thank you for watching. I hope you've liked it. Let me show you the ta-da moment. So 1, 2 and 3, because even though we didn't make that one that way round, it's still a lovely ta-da card. Ta-da! And this one, ta-da! Which one is your favourite? I hope you've enjoyed this craft along video. Come join me again next week. I'll try and post a video every Friday. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. You can get in touch with me and share your makes. I love a crafty chat. And don't forget, if you want to shop with me, it is createtheottaway.co.uk and select the shop tab. Thanks for watching. Bye.